What's up, my fellow weebs? We are quite a ways away into the winter 2022 anime season, and with that comes the time. Comes the time for us to establish who is best girl of this season. Now, yes, there's a lot of people already claiming who's the top of the top already, but there's still other girls out there for us to acknowledge. Let's remember that, even though there's one very special one. With that said, as always, if you have a pick list of best girl of the season, definitely let me know down in the comments down below. I love reading them. Yes, you could put Gabby down there. It's perfectly fine. She could be your best girl. As always with these lists, this does not just include best waifu. This can include just girls you want to protect their smiles. Those adorable characters that are just too pure. But with that said, let's jump into my top 5 best girls of the Winter 22 anime season. Starting off with my number 5, I have Kaoru. Kaoru is just, she's too good. She's too good to miss out on. This is a character that I fell in love with at the first season of Princess Connect Redive, and even in the second season, I absolutely love her. She is essentially the Aqua of Princess Connect Redive, the character that whenever something is going really bad, she's the one that acts the way that I would, like with everybody else kind of keeping a straight face and keeping her composure. I'm her. I'm the one going, what? And just trying to run away. She's just too good. And on top of that, she's probably one of the few characters in the show that seems to constantly have like this looming story behind her, an obvious struggle that she's dealing with, and the idea that she's essentially a spy. Add the fact, yes, Catgirl, cannot deny Catgirl. She's an absolute treat. I always love her when she's on the screen. I'm always upset when she's not on the screen. Kaoru is just, she's just too good. I love her to death. Moving on to my number 4, I'm cheating because it's my list. I am putting the girls from Slow Loop. Now, if you wanted to pull my arm, it would probably be Hiyori. Hiyori is special. Hiyori is a special character in the idea that because Slow Loop, yes, it's a cute girls doing cute thing, but at the same time, in the background, there is a story there about loss. And let's be honest, with Hiyori, I have a strong personal connection with. I have this relatability in the struggle that she deals with, in the aspect that we have both lost our father. And a lot of the struggles that Hiyori ends up running into, the images of what she used to look up to her father for, all these moments that her father taught her something, they're moments that I relate so much. She's that strong of a connection to me. Now, overall, her character and everything, there's nothing that she does that I'm like, oh wow, that's totally me. I mean, I don't fish or anything like that, but it's just the fundamentals of her relationship with her father and the loss of that relationship that I connect so much with. And just seeing her struggle on an episode by episode basis, whenever she has those moments of doubt, I just want to be right there to say, you got it, girl, just do it. You got it. You can overcome this. You have people around you, have this warmth. But yes, obviously, Koi for the Fang, she's absolutely adorable. I love her to death. I love her and her relationship with her father. And again, that struggle she had with Hiyori. I love Koharu. She is just absolute joy. At the same time, I'm just waiting for her to break. I just know she's going to be one of those characters that's always smiling, and eventually they break. But yeah, also she can cook. But yeah, I love this cast. But yeah, if you want to trust my arm, Hiyori would definitely go in that number 4 slot, just because I relate so much, and I hope for the best for her every single episode. Moving on to my number 3. The 3 and up this is where I struggle. So I'm at the point now where the top 3, they can all be number 1. Honestly, the top 3 are just literally neck and neck with each other, all for different reasons. Akebi is just, she's too pure. Like, she is the embodiment of wholesomeness. Everything related to the show that I love is mainly because of Akebi. Akebi essentially is a country bumpkin who goes to a school, and this school is full of girls that aren't really country bumpkins. And so a lot of her naivety and a lot of her kind of childishness that she never really learned to grow up, because she was always in school with a bunch of younger students because they just grouped everybody together because there wasn't enough students. And so she doesn't know barriers and all these other things that really kind of construct around relationships formed with people your age, that moment that you kind of grow up together. And she never really had that. So that pure wholesomeness that Akebi embodies, I love it. I love it so much. I cheer for her. I want her to succeed. I hope she makes all the friends she wants to make. She's just too nice. And I love that nature of her. Yes, you can probably argue she should have more flaws. She should be angry. She does. She technically does get competitive at times. So she does have these other sides of her that we're slowly learning. But at the same time, her herself, it's like my own daughter. I want her to succeed. I'm like, go Akebi, wear that sailor uniform and knock him out. Moving on to my number 2, I have healing from Ranking of Kings. Now, this is a shocker for me, honestly, because literally starting out this series, I really didn't like healing. She was portrayed from the perspective that we were given early on, is that she was just this queen, the second queen, who just was doing everything for the favor of her son, not Boji, who was the first son of the king. It always seemed like she was dismissive. She looked down upon him, like you're not fit to be the king. You're not fit to be a prince. That you're just not doing what you should be doing. And plus, you have these disabilities, your deafness, that is obviously making everybody laugh at you. And it broke my heart. From the perspective of Boji, I'm seeing him crying his eyes out in privacy, and I'm like, this queen, like, she's so nasty. And then slowly over time, we see that's not how she is. That's not healing. That's not her. And to slowly get that perspective of the effort she puts into protecting Boji, the efforts that she put into communicate to Boji, all these things that she did to take care of Boji and want to support him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this character. Like, that was the moment. Healing was literally the moment in which I realized this writer was good at making characters not one-dimensional. Like, every character in this show, Ranking of Kings, is going to be multi-dimensional because of how well they wrote healing. Healing is phenomenal. Healing is best mom. Healing is just so good. I love her to death. It's great because she has a power, and that power is to heal. And it's so great that you can kind of see her efforts and what she goes through just to heal people, because it's not as simple as going heal, they get healed. She's got to put like her whole body, muscles, every fiber of her being into healing. And in order to pull off that healing ability, it exhausts her. So you see that every time she tries to help somebody, it's a sacrifice to her. It's a physical sacrifice to her because of what she goes through. And all of that stuff just is out. Like I said, the backstory with her and Boji, I'm like, I love healing. Like, healing is such a good character. And again, is easily probably number 1 of this season. I'm fighting over 3 characters right now. So that's how it is. And when I came down to the end, I went ahead and just left it healing. But she's phenomenal. I love her to death. Please go watch Ranking of Kings if you have not already. And yes, moving on to number 1. Since it's not in the list yet, you probably obviously know who this is going to be. And I think if I put anybody else under her under anybody else, I would probably get flamed to death. But it's one of those things where I see the fandom, I see the craziness, and there's probably going to be people in the comments that say she's overrated. There's always got to be people that go against the mold. I love her. I love Marin from Dress Up Darling. Marin is a fantastic character because she has everything kind of going with her. Yes, she's the starting out, the gyaru. She's very hot. She's got the whole style going. She's very forward. She's able to jump into situations. But she's also got this other side to her, the side that she loves things, and she doesn't like when people don't respect your love for things. Marin is literally what we need in anime right now, because she literally states what I think needs to be stated right now. Because people love things, don't judge them. Because people enjoy the show they enjoy, because they enjoy the, yes, ero game that they enjoy. There's a sadness in the idea that people will not accept you because you enjoy something. And she has that insecurity. She loves this ero game, and despite the fact of being popular and having a lot of friends, none of them would even want to give what she loves and has passionate for a chance. She's literally us as anime fans. When we love something and we go, hey, check out this show, and they're like, whoa, that's anime. I ain't gonna watch that. It's like, you're my friend, you know, you trust me. Why would you not want to watch this? I think you would enjoy it. There's a struggle there. And like I said before, her being much more than just basically a cute face is exactly what I love. She's cute. She has a great personality. She's goofy. She has these quirks about her that just make her so lovable. And yes, on top of that, she's hot. Yes, of course. And it's an ecchi show, so all those things are kind of going to combine with it. But it's nice that it came into Dress Up Darling thinking this is just going to be waifu the anime. All right, let's see this hot girl put in different outfits. And then I quickly realized there's a lot to Marin. This writer didn't just make Marin to be hot. They made Marin to be so much more and have some things about her and quirks about her. And just watching her just go yabai, yabai, yabai in her head when she realized that she has an interest in somebody was just so perfect. Like, it was that moment of realizing this girl is more relatable than really you can kind of expect early on. She's human, and she has such a goofiness about her that I just love unfolding over time. That's it. That's my top 5 best girls of winter 2022 anime season. Definitely, again, down below, put in the comments what your best girl was. Also in the description, there's a link to our Discord, where I did do a shout out to everybody to find out who their best girl is. And most of them I agree with, but that includes Kaina from Land of Liddell. She's definitely best, as somebody put it, MILF. She's definitely a lot of fun to be around. She's definitely goofy. Chidori from Sabikoi Bisco, I love her death. She almost got in my list. It's sad that we don't really get to see her, but maybe half of the episodes and only portions of them. Chloe and Jean from Vanitas, we got to see long hair Jean, and give me a whole show with long hair Jean, and I'm content. I love it. Yue from Alpharetta, because why not? 300-year-old vampire lolly waifu, gotta have that in the list. Nim from The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, that show was basically sold on those thighs, so why not? She has a goofy personality. I love the whole Nyan thing. Daki and Nezuko, apparently there's a shipping thing happening there from Demon Slayer. I definitely loved seeing Daki in this season. Love her seiyuu. Additionally, Nezuko, obviously her going berserk was fantastic. Unfortunately, there's not enough Nezuko in that show. It's really unfortunate. Kawaii and Fuji from Police in a Pod, that's an interesting pick. Definitely think they're a lot of fun, so that's a good one. And yes, finally, Warspite wanted me to say Gabi. So there you guys go for all the Gabi fans out there. At least Warspite likes you. Anyways, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon. I'll throw a tips link in the description below. We definitely appreciate everybody does. And again, make sure to join our Discord if you love talking about anime and you love anime. And y'all take care. Oh, by the way, once the Mushoku Tensei OVA comes out, it's obvious Eris is the #1 best girl of the season.